Regardless of any variations in each of our personal traits, nations, or prejudices, we all wish to raise our standard of living, and that is the one thing we all have in common. The most important thing a parent can teach their child is how to fulfill this need because it drives all of our behaviors. The majority of people don't know how to actually get rich, which is the only issue. The more money you think I'm referring about is more money for years. Entrepreneur and well-known motivational speaker Robert Kiyosaki has been working to make the lessons he learned on his path to success available to everyone. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, his best-selling book, contains this condensed insight. And we're going to share with you the 15 things that rich dads do and poor dads don't. But before we get into that, I just want to say a quick hi and welcome you guys to Blue Collar Investing. Personal finance and investing for the average Joe. Discover the path to success in the world of finance and learn how you're gonna make it even with your own 9-to-5 job. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up before we proceed to the video. Number 1. They are aware that saving will not lead to wealth. The ludicrous notion that conserving money is the surest method to achieve financial security is always a focus of the poor dad attitude. If your definition of security includes preventing a decline in your bank account balance, saving can help. However, the mindset we just discussed about the poor dad is exactly what that is. I recognize that. I can see how the wealthy father would be aware that money set away will lose value because of ongoing inflation. Even after accounting for the interest, the $1,000 you deposited into a bank account 5 years ago will not be worth what it did back then. And this takes us to the next point, number 2. They give their life. Their very lives are at stake. Imagine having a sizable plot of fertile land and a meager supply of seeds. Saving these seeds and striving to add to them whenever you can until there is enough of a supply to develop the entire plot of land would be the poor dad attitude. Rich dad is aware of better. While waiting, the poor dad gathers more seeds, while the rich dad enters the field and begins planting his resources. And using the knowledge he had gained, he would grow this new one with unparalleled efficiency. Number 3. When we talk about investments, they favor return on investment over interest. Here's why a wealthy father would advise against investing your hard-earned money in your bank savings. The maximum interest rate you may receive on a savings account in the United States is around 1%. Some only make up 1/10 of that percentage. On the other hand, if you invested the same sum of money, say $10,000, in a dividend-paying company, you would typically receive 10 times as much as you would if you held it in a bank account and earned 100 in interest over the course of the year. Now, number 4. They make good debt decisions. Debt may seem beneficial to some poor dads. They use all of their bank loans and credit cards to purchase large TVs, clothing, and other items that they ordinarily couldn't afford with their own money. Some people think it's all negative. They would prefer to wait until they have saved enough cash to pay for their items. Now, these two dads are in need. Now, number 5. They made money do their bidding. You can put your entire effort into achieving your financial goals. However, no matter what you can accomplish or how much money you can make each hour, you only have 24 hours to invest. That cap is still holding you down. not your individual work, but the number of individuals whose efforts you can purchase to generate income for you. Number 6. They accurately assess risk and reward. Since we've covered investments sufficiently, let's move on to the fearsome concept of risk. Keep in mind that majority of success stories begin with an entrepreneur that is perceived by those around them as a risky and hazardous choice. Because people who avoid failure also avoid success, as Robert Kiyosaki once said. And here's number 7. They see opportunities in downturns when the market is doing well and the economy is seeing prosperity. Almost everyone earns a respectable living, and only a select few people with exceptional vision are able to spot a chance to invest and wait for the rebound that will result in enormous profits for them. Number 8. Wealth is more important to them than money. Most people assume their finances are in good shape when they see that 6 or 7-figure paycheck coming their way. Keep in mind that you can be successful financially and still suffer the destiny of the poor and impoverished dad. Now, number 9. For them, freedom is more valuable than safety. While a poor dad might advise you to look for a career where you can join a respectable firm, have a respectable fixed income, and easily climb the corporate ladder, that ladder would be the wealthy father's main concern. Is there really a safety net for entrepreneurs, even though their lives might not be as secure as those of employees in terms of their financial freedom? Now, number 10. They learn from their failures. Trial and error is what it's called. The pattern that shaped how we learn to work in our formative years is what drives inventions forward and allows the fortunate few to sit on fortunes that the majority of the world's population can only imagine. It was these individuals who persevered and learned from their errors. Number 11. They pick a route and follow it till the conclusion. It could be tempting to try a piece of every pie. Therefore, it might be a good idea to allow yourself the opportunity to do that in your early professional years until you discover your passion. Nevertheless, once you've discovered something you're good at, enjoy, or at the very least have the capacity to study, prior to going on to another task, concentrate there until you have mastered it. Number 12. They have different perspectives about money. Rich dads are aware that money does not operate in the manner that most people believe it to. The impoverished dads are crucial because they pay the bills. When wealthy dads lay out their spending plans, they take on a whole different shape. Now, number 13, they use the right words. There are innumerable academic geniuses who are penniless, and at the same time, there are people with very little education who were able to make fortunes by absorbing the appropriate kind of knowledge. Number 14, they teach their children about money. Rich dads impart to their children the kind of knowledge we just stated that they have amassed over the years, addressing a void that all educational systems frequently fail to fill. We still don't learn how to manage money in a practical sense, or how to apply what we learn to actually enhance our lives. And last but not the least, number 15. They give in order to receive. This idea holds true whether we follow the laws of economics, religion, politics, or just common sense. Rich dads are aware that these are all idle justifications that individuals use to avoid getting up and taking responsibility for their own actions. There you have it, folks. If you enjoyed learning about the world of finance through this video, please hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment down below. Don't forget to also give us a thumbs up so we know how we're doing. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I will see you on the next video.